All right, we are recording. Welcome back to another episode of Black History Chat with your man Skinny Go Live. This episode again is sponsored by my great team over at United Veterinary Care, where we believe in improving the lives of all pets and people. And just like we've had all week, I have another outstanding guest with me. This young man graduated from the LSU, where he received his DVM. He's also a DAC vet in ophthalmology, where he received his board certification in ophthalmology from Michigan State. And if that wasn't enough, he's also the CEO of VESPICON and also owns Veterinary Vision Center in Shreveport, Louisiana. And on top of that, this is also, y'all will think I planned this, but I didn't. This is also the third member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, which is also a historical Black fraternity that does great community service throughout the world and internationally and nationally. Welcome to the show, Dr. Pierce. How are things going, buddy?
Things are going real good. Root to the brush.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. Oh man, you gotta love it, man. I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, man, it was a blessing just seeing so many of our fraternity brothers in veterinary medicine, Black professionals at VMX. It was an outstanding time, and you and I were lucky enough to actually work at an event at VMX, which was the blend event with Dr. Bruno. And I think you were at the ophthalmology station, right?
Yes, I was at the ophthalmology and surgery station, helping kids learn all the aspects of surgery, of aseptic technique, as well as with suturing. So it was a really good time.
That is awesome. And I think we had about 70 kids. Did you learn anything like special, or did anything like wow you about the kids at the event?
So I truly enjoyed how engaged they were. I also gave a little presentation about ophthalmology, and that can be a path for the youth that are seeking interest in veterinary medicine, but also potential specialty. So it was cool to see how engaged they were, how receptive they were to the images that I posed, as well as some of the kids even asked questions afterwards. So it really resonated and sunk in with them.
That is awesome. Yeah. And that was the thing about it I learned. I was like, man, this generation of kids are a lot smarter. So, they asked very intelligent questions, and they picked up on a lot of different skill sets that we taught, that we kind of took us a little bit to learn. They were doing blood smears, and they were looking like professional smears. So I really enjoyed that event as well. And we appreciate you coming out. I kind of ran over like a lot of the things that you got going on. You got a lot of things going on. Tell us about VESPICON.
Yeah, so VESPICON is a company that I started up due to the somewhat limited access to specialty care for general practitioners and general practice hospitals. So VESPICON is a online virtual recorded video consultation that gives veterinarians a more personal approach and access to one or multiple specialists at a time for case advisement. We're also a concierge referral service where we help to facilitate a more timely referral to specialty hospitals. But all things DVM focused is what VESPICON is all about and what we have coming in the future. So for future veterinarians out there, and you need a network of specialists to support, we're here for you.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And I kind of glanced through the website, and definitely everybody will definitely make sure we put all the website information up, but definitely go to this website. You have a nice staff or faculty type of group, and I think most of them are like board certified as well, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, pretty much every advisor that we have is board certified, which is the requirement, and the vast majority are people that I've either had some form of interaction with, friends with, worked with. They've worked on my pets. So I know that the quality of care, the empowering message to general veterinarians, as well as the above expectation experience that hospitals and general veterinarians will have with them.
That is awesome. That is awesome. My next question for you, I noticed that you also have a veterinary clinic as well, and with your veterinary clinic, how Dr. Hodges and I were talking earlier about, like starting your own business and how he started his own business. When did you start the Veterinary Vision Center, and was that a scary risk, and what made you take that risk?
Yeah, so I started Veterinary Vision Center in 2020, right in the pandemic.
Wow.
It actually came about an opportunity where I had originally got called out for continuing education to go speak at this multi-doctor GP hospital that was well established out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the owners of the practice were actually vet school colleagues of mine, a couple who one was a year above and below me. And in the process, even before doing the event, talking to them, it actually just came out as an opportunity where ophthalmology was never permanently in that region of the United States. And people were driving greater than 3 to 4 hours to seek veterinary ophthalmology care. So the place where I was currently working at the time just decided that, I can seize this opportunity as well as build on it. And so just took advantage of kind of what was presented to me. And so
that is awesome.
Since then, I've gone on 4 years and have been busy every day. Like there hasn't been a slow day since.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And again, being one thing it is, it's hard enough becoming a board certified anything in vet med, whether it be technician or doctor or anything. And it becomes one of those far few deals. So for me being a veterinary technician, especially in emergency and critical care, my college is one of the largest ones, like 700, almost probably like 800. But if I'm not mistaken, it's myself, Harold, and maybe one other. There's maybe 3 or 4 blacks within that 800 college, right? And I think it's only so many blacks. And, it's one of those things where I pride myself is like being one of the one of 3 males that are African-American in that college. Have you considered how many African-Americans or blacks in the DACVO as far as ophthalmology, being that is already a small college? Do you,
so the overall college is about 500, a little over 500 ophthalmologists in the nation currently.
Wow.
Blacks make up 1%, where we only have currently around, I believe, 13. We've just boarded our 13th.
Wow.
Black veterinarian. The first veterinarian was a Sister Tracy King, who got boarded in 1999. Then a decade later, was Terry Gibson. And then a decade later was myself. So
wow.
I was the first African-American male. And then the second male just got boarded this year.
Are you serious? See, and
correct.
That just gave me like chills, because that leads me to my question. Well, my primary question for you today, right? I was just thinking, as I was having these Black History chats, we are Black history. It's like we are Black history. I was thinking about that today. I was like, when Harold is done being, emergency and critical care VTS, I got to step up to the plate. I feel like that's my responsibility to step up and follow behind Harold and do the things and keep this lineage of Black professionals in vet med going. And that brings me to a question that I want to ask you today. How do you think we can broader in the vet space? How can we broader and actively contribute to preserving this history and these achievements that we are doing as far as Black professionals? How do you think we can preserve this moving forward in the future?
Yeah, so I think some of the work that Coretta Patterson has done, as well as others, and I'm just put Coretta Patterson out there because it's kind of most recent.
Right.
She published an article with AVMA that highlights all of the African-American specialists of all the specialty colleges there. So that is one major kind of milestone in documenting and making sure that history isn't lost. But also we need to obviously revisit and really put to the forefront ancestors, right? Frederick Douglass Patterson, who was an Alpha, who was the first African-American graduate of Ohio State University. Iowa State University School of Veterinary Medicine, who later became founder of Tuskegee's veterinary school, as well as president of Tuskegee University for 18 years. So not forgetting the historical aspect of it, as well as being able to document and then distribute that to our community, right? Show them that, hey, there are still options. There's still bridges that you can build and opportunities for you. It's just that we got to have those conversations amongst us, as well as others having that conversation with us to show that, we are all equal in this.
Gotcha. And I wholeheartedly, agree with you, making sure we preserve that again, whether we do something like we're doing right now, or whether we're writing it down, but making sure we communicate, right, to folks that don't look, to folks that don't look like us, and those that look like us who are younger, in that generational space, and letting them know that, because I didn't see someone, and I'm sure maybe you didn't as well. We didn't see many people that look like us in this space, and I think my question to you, what actually inspired you to become a veterinarian?
So honestly, I wanted to be a doctor, but I didn't want to work on people. And at the time, when I was a young kid, I would catch animals like lizards and frogs and turtles in the backyard and hold them captive for a couple of days, try to feed them and figure out what they eat, and then eventually release them. But it cultivated from there. But my family, as well as a couple of key people in my life that saw that, there was interest, there was some spark and drive there, and helped to guide me in the right direction, led me to the path that I am today. And some of those people I'm still very fortunate to still have in my life, and are very dear friends of mine, and some of them I still ask for advice this day, even though I'm old man in the game.
Oh man, they said we committed to lifelong learning, and clearly you're doing some outstanding work, man, with VestBCon, with the Veterinary Vision Center. So you're on your way, man, and you are paving the way. And again, you yourself are part of this Black History movement that we are all making sure we make an impression with, or make an imprint in veterinary medicine. So I know you are busy, man, and I appreciate you for joining us today, Dr. Pierce. If anybody needs any information, if they need to kind of contact you, learn about VestBCon or Veterinary Vision Center, or maybe just want to reach out to you, do you have any social media handles that you can let us know about?
Sure thing. You could always reach us on vestbcon.com and either select the contact us icon. That'll send us a direct message. Our Instagram handle is VestBCon VSC, for Veterinary Specialty Consultants. And if you didn't know, VestBCon is an acronym for Veterinary Specialty Consultant.
Got it.
You can also find us on Facebook and LinkedIn at VestBCon.
Man,
there. And if you need to contact me directly, it's Dr. Pierce at VestBCon.com.
Man, that is awesome. That is awesome, man. Dr. Pierce, we appreciate you again joining us for this Black History chat. And thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. And I think you and I will probably maybe catch some time together in a few weeks here at Vegas when we, because again, we'll be back on the road working per usual. So again, it was good seeing you in Orlando, and good talking with you today. And we will see you again in Vegas. So for everybody that is listening to this podcast, we appreciate you all, not this podcast, but this chat. We appreciate you all tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next time around.